Well, hello and welcome to our crafting session this morning. It is Monday morning here in the UK on the 3rd of February 2025. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you had a great weekend. The weather was mixed here. We had a beautiful day and not quite so much of a beautiful day, but not too much rain to speak of, and that's always good. So this morning we have some a new stamp set to use with you. So a brief introduction. My name's Jenny McCormac from Jemini Crafts. Excuse me. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is near Silverstone in Northamptonshire, and that's here in the UK. So the stamp set that we're using this week, so we had Friendly Seagulls last week, and now we're on some lovely tile techniques. So these are great for pattern making. Might take you back to maybe your younger days. Excuse me. So we have 5 stamps. This is one large stamp and then 4 smaller ones, and there's so many variations that you can do with these. Obviously these can go together as pairs. You can put this together to make a circle, so all sorts of combinations. You can find this excuse me, in the catalogue, and I want to say it's on page 60, and I was right. So this is in our January to April catalogue, and you can see they've got some designs here where they've stamped all the way over and done a little bit of colouring in. We've stamped on a die cut here, and this is white embossed on that. It looks like Moody Mauve colour. This is some pattern building up here, and then there's one here in the background. So lots of different combinations. What I like about this stamp set is it's just £18. And you could make it quite feminine. You could make it Valentine's-y. This has got little hearts in it. Obviously there's a hint of sort of Morocco and that type of design. So let's get cracking. It's a photopolymer stamp set, which makes it easy to position. Morning, Caroline. And this is the set here, so quite large. This one here just will fit on a layer, so I've actually cut 2 layers to see which it fits best on. So what I'm actually going to do to start with is just stamp each of these so that you can see them. Now I've got some foam padding under here. I do recommend with photopolymer stamps that you use some sort of padding underneath your stamped element, underneath your paper. So let's do this large one first. I'm going to turn it upside down, let it relax on your table, and then pop your block on top. Because if we're doing tiling with it, what you don't want to do is have it out of line. And then we've got the little orange segment, I'm going to call that. So I can see lots of variations of these in Coffee and Card this week. And then we've got a smaller, it's not going to quick fit on that one. Let's do this one here, and then I'll grab another block for that one. So tile techniques, just £18, which I think for a stamp set that's going to be really versatile is really good value. Let's grab, I've got Blackberry Bliss. I'm hoping there's enough ink in here to make it work really nicely. I'm just going to stamp one each of these on my card just to see what they look like, because I haven't used these, I haven't inked them up. Oh, there's not much ink on this one. I might have to switch to something darker. Right. it will do the job for my practice anyway. So I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you're in good health. There's still a lot of nasty little bugs around, but I hope if you or your family have been suffering that they're on their way. Certainly a little bit milder today. Okay, so there's that one there, and I think that is obviously going to make a really nice portion, so let's just stamp that as one. I just want to see what it looks like before I use it. And obviously you could heat emboss these. Let's just stamp this underneath, and that gives you a nice centerpiece which you could use for your sentiment, like so. You could also put some of the other pieces inside. So this one, for example, could go, you could flip that either way in a contrasting colour if you wanted to. Okay, let's just pop these other ones on. So we've got this small corner, like so, and obviously you can put these together to form a square, like so, or just have a single one. So what I'm going to do is do that, and you could do 4 of those to make a larger square. Right, let's try this one here. So this is the corner with the what is a quarter of a circle called? I can't think. Okay, let's I might need to grab another piece of card for this. So one, two, three, and 4, like so. Yeah, not quite in line, but not far off. That was a little bit out of the way, isn't it? Okay, so that's this one here. And then we've got the larger corner. And then, it's not going to fit on that one either. Let's do that. Got this one here. So there's that one there, and obviously you could do that like that. You could do these like bookends and have a square going the other way. Really a lot of options for these, so I'm looking forward to seeing what gets made at Coffee and Card, because people will think of more ideas than I have. Right, so that's got a tiny overlap there, like so. There we go. Be pretty. Let's just stamp that one on its own. Okay. So lots of different combinations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamps. Okay, so let's get cracking. So what I'm thinking of doing is I've got 2 layers here in white, and I'm hoping to fit it on the smaller one. Then I can put excuse me, a coloured layer behind it, and just stamp a sentiment in the middle. You could also combine this with any of our punches. So for example, the punch that we used recently, to the point, would also work nicely in there. So you could stamp your sentiment, punch it out and put it on top. So almost too many variations. Let me just wipe these stamps down. We'll do that one first and then I'll do a little bit of pattern. And then I'll have plenty to show you from Coffee and Cards. So we're in Toaster this afternoon and we're in Brackley tomorrow morning, that's Tuesday. Okay, let's change that colour out. I'm not quite sure what for. They do summer slash, a bit of sort of Mediterranean look maybe. Okay, so this is the smaller of my two pieces and I'm going to use the large block, and I'm hoping that it's just going to fit. So the width of this one is 9.5 centimetres. And that will allow me to have a layer of coloured card and then a white card layer. So I'm hoping it will fit on there. So I'm taking the ink pad to the stamp. Sorry about that. I haven't muted my phone properly. Okay, let's give this a go. Yeah, I think it will just fit. So this piece measures 9.5 by 13.85 centimetres. So that's very close on that side, isn't it? Mind, let's give it a go. Do that quickly, and then I'm going to give this a little bit of space on the bottom. Like that. There we go. So this will go happily vertical or horizontal, and you could just stamp in your sentiment in the middle. You could use a die cut for your sentiment. These are a little bit big, although that actually works quite nicely, doesn't it? Let's see what I've got that might fit in there. So in terms of sentiments, as usual, we have a selection. I'm thinking, I do rather like, so Enjoying Little Things is actually retiring, but it is currently available. I'm thinking either Best Wishes or Thank You in here, like so. That will do the job. Let's take that one off. And ink it up. So if you have punches, you could stamp and punch a sentiment quite easily. So there we go, like so. Hopefully you can see that okay. You could use a blending brush to add some colour into that edge if you wanted to, and I'm thinking you could also add a little bit of, not on this particular one maybe, the top of that little design would work in there as well. Okay, let's pop this one together. I'm hoping I've got some Summer Splash card. or something similar. I need to cut one down. There we go. So this piece is 9.5, so I'm going to cut this to 10 centimetres by 13.85. So what I tend to do with my cardstock is always cut it in half so that I know the remaining piece is half an A4, and then I'm going to cut this to 10 by 14.35, like so. So this is a really simple card. Could wrap some ribbon round that centre piece as well. Let me just see if I've got some splash hands. No. So this is Bermuda Bay, which is close, very close to it. So let's put these layers together. So I'm going to pop this one onto there and then add the ribbon around it. So I know it's not quite the same. I've got some summer splash somewhere. I just don't know what I've done with it. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap that around the back, put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and that could be tape, could be tape runner, which I have found. So I'm going to wrap that round. Just line that up around the centre, like so. Put that in. That's going to go onto our base card, like that. Oh. Oh. I'm using a new Seal Plus and it's extra strong. Oh, let's revert to glue. Is there a right or wrong way for this? I don't think so. I think it'll work either way. There we go. And then my thank you is going to go up on top on, I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. I am tempted to pop this little piece in, but because I've got this ribbed, I'm not going to. Right, that's going to go up on dimensionals, our foam pads, to give it some height and some interest. So I've got a busy week this week. We have our all-day crafting on Saturday, which I'm really looking forward to. That's over in Evenley, near Brackley. And we have got a couple of spaces that have become available. So if you are interested in joining us for 4 classes of crafting fun, then let me know. So let's pop that on there, and I've just popped dimensional sort of up and below. So there is that one, and of course that any of these circular ones are perfect to go in the corner. That one would work. Oh, that one is probably more in keeping, isn't it, with that one there. This is that one. Okay, let's do it. Oops. So I hope you all have a good week ahead. Nothing too traumatic for you. So I'm just going to pop this bottom right hand side here, like so, and top left. Oh, sorry. It's all go today. The one morning I didn't switch everything off on my phone and I get phone calls. Right, here we go. There we go. So that's the inside, and I'll replicate that on the envelope as well. So there's one, nice and simple, just using that single stamp top and bottom. Good morning, Michelle. Thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you are well. So that's our first one here, and now I'm going to do a square card, and you can really use any of this combination of stamps. You can put them just in the corners, that'd be nice and easy. So let's see which ones we're going to use, which ones haven't we used. I wonder if I use the small ones here, and it might be a little bit too big for this one, but we'll try. So let's have a colour change. Any suggestions for change of colour? So I've used Summer Splash, I use Blackberry Bliss for our samples here. I think a nice deep colour does always work with that type of patterning. Let me see. Maybe a Berry Burst. So let's just make sure that's a little bit more square on our block. Going to bring my mat back in again. I say I do have cushioning under here, but I do recommend that you use a pierce mat. You could use a mouse mat, for example. That would also work. So let's just ink this one up and give this a go. So I'm just going to do this in the corners. And obviously you can do so many different things with this. You can link them together, you can have them sort of opposite each other. Let's do 4, like so. So yes, I'm looking forward to Coffee and Card this afternoon, because I know they'll do some exciting things with this stamp set. And then we've got Coffee and Card tomorrow in Brackley. And then, let me see, we've got our all-day event on Saturday. That's just in Evenly, and I do that with one of my team members, Sam. And now is a great time to join our team if you like stamping and you would enjoy the friendship of others. We have a really great supportive team. We have a mix of demonstrators who are just purchasing for themselves, and then we also have demonstrators that are running it as a business, and you can do either. You can flip from one to the other. See how close I've got that. Well, not bad. I could have done it without the little line, would have been better, but we'll go for that. So very Moroccan in style. So if you are interested in joining, we do have a great offer. It's a great offer all year round. You can buy our starter kit for just £99, and the great thing is you get to choose your own product. So it's not a set starter kit. If you need help choosing something, then I can help you with that, depending on what sort of things you like. So it could all be paper, for example. It could be stamps, dies. You could include the small die cutting machine, for example. So lots of combinations. So normally it's £130 of products for £99. But for this month we have a promotion which runs till the end of February. So you get £130 of products plus either a special stamp set which is unique to this offering, and 2 sets of, I'm going to go with Blackberry Bliss with that, and 2 sets of our Stamp and Write marker pens, or you can just add another £30 of your own products, and that's all for £99. So if that sounds like something that might be of interest, then just message me or have a chat with me when we next meet. So this runs out at the end of February. But the great news is, as soon as you sign up, which you need to do online, you have full access to the Stampin' Up demonstrator website. So you get to see what's coming up. We get sneak peeks. We're able to order early. So if you're one of these people that can't wait to order from a new catalogue, then typically we have a month pre-order. Plus we have online meetings, we have team meetings. I have a team craft day on the 22nd of February. So if you joined any time between now and then, you could come along to that. That's evenly. And then we have all the Stampin' Up events as well. Okay, so there's my just my patterned card, and what I would do with that is I'm just going to leave it blank on the front, pop another piece of card inside, and then replicate this, and then leave that blank for any other sentiment. So you could make that as a thank you, or thinking of you, a birthday, whatever you would like. So ideally when you're stamping, you want to be able to sort of look straight down on it. For me it's slightly offset because I'm working on my desk and I've got a camera between me and my work. So my excuse for it not being in line is because of that. Like so. Now if you didn't like that for some reason, you could stamp on a, maybe not one quite as big as that, you could stamp on a die cut or a punched shape and put that out, and then we're just going to pop that on the inside, and then we need to add the detail to our envelope as well. And these shapes here are perfect for the flap of the envelope because you can just stamp it on the flap section. Let's pop this in like so. We'll make a great just little small thank you card or a thinking of you card, and then you could bling that up accordingly. Add some in the centre. You could add some up in here, either matching colours or alternatives. My bling is all packed in my bag ready for coffee and cards, so I do apologise. So there's our 2 starting cards. As I said, I can't wait to see what everybody does at coffee and card. There's just so many combinations, and obviously you can add in colours to that as well. So if you're local to me in Brackley, we have coffee and card on Monday afternoon in Toaster, Tuesday morning and Friday afternoon in Brackley. So thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you have a great day ahead. I will be back here Wednesday morning with some more of the new online products, and then Thursday evening for some more with this Tiled Techniques stamp set. Remember, if you order my stamp set of the week during the week that I'm running it, then you get all of the components of the products that I make live. So you'll get the card bases, you'll get the layers, you'll get the ribbon, envelopes, etc., all sent to you as part and parcel of me saying thank you for joining in with our stamp set of the week. So I do hope you have a great day ahead, or morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are and when you're watching. Appreciate you supporting me. Look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Let me just lift that one back up to the screen so you can see it. And then this one here. Thank you. So Caroline, you can put your thinking cap on. I look forward to seeing what you make. Take care everyone, and bye for now.